What's up everybody, in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you how to unlock Asta in the new anti-magic update. And there are actually two different ways that you could get him, so let's get this video started. Okay guys, so before I actually discuss how you could go and, get Asta, we need to first know how do we actually get into the new game mode, the Crystal Defense, which of course, that's where you can get Asta. So what you're gonna want to do is you're just gonna go here to Punch Island and farm these Fast Ninja NPCs because they dropped the item called the Crystal Key, I think. Wait, yeah, the Crystal Key. I have 232 of them. As long as you farm enough here, you'll be able to at least get a lot. And so of course, let's get on to what we entered this video for. Okay guys, before we actually enter the Crystal Defense game mode, the first method of how we can get Asta's anti-magic sword is actually just right here at the defense merchant, where you could purchase it for 5,000 crystal coins, which of course you could get at the Crystal Defense. And moving on, this time I'll show you let's say the part where you don't actually have to buy it and you just have to be lucky. And of course guys, for the second method, which of course is the original method, you could go into the Crystal Defense, which you only need like one crystal key to actually start it, and then you could go out here and just go kill the NPCs, which I do recommend a skill that you could spam, like Garo's V skill, which is actually very helpful. Now it doesn't of course drop from NPCs, it drops from the bosses that spawn every 5 waves, like wave 5, wave 10. Yeah, that's where you can get the anti-magic sword. So most definitely it's just like a copy of the Infinite Tower, but instead of getting the Abyssal Empress, you're actually able to get the anti-magic sword from Asta, which is currently a meta sword apparently. I'm still not sure if it's better than the Dragon Goddess, but later in this video we'll be testing if it's really worth getting. So of course now, clearly I don't have the anti-magic sword. That's exactly why I've been stuttering. So this is the part of the video that's not really happy. So okay, let me just get this in short. It's the boring part. All you have to do is repeat the Crystal Defense until either you get 5,000 crystal coins to be able to buy him at the merchant, or you have to be lucky enough to get him, in which the chances that you're gonna see on my screen may not apply for you because I have the 2x luck game pass. So yep, we have different chances, but even so, let's just get this started. Editor, just do your thing. Okay guys, you may be wondering why I'm back at wave 15. Well, the reason is because another helpful tip is that you should also put your tower reset to like a floor where you could still easily beat the NPCs, because if you go higher and higher, yes, the chances to get Asta is definitely higher, but you will definitely take more time to actually obtain him, because some of the bosses you'll probably take a whole entire minute. So I recommend stopping at a floor that isn't gonna go too high to the point where it'll take you that long. And for mine, I put my auto tower reset to floor 80, in which the Infinity Tower reset feature actually also works for the Crystal Defense. So I definitely recommend doing what I'm doing, but it's also fine if you don't, because technically you will have higher chances if you go to higher floors. This is just my opinion of how easier it is to get, so let's just keep going. Okay guys, I'm back, and it's been like a few waits and rounds. We're at 52 minutes into this, and not only have I not gotten the anti-magic sword, I even haven't gotten a single one of the Demon Wing accessory, which right now is the best accessory, providing 102% damage without even being upgraded. So imagine fully maxing it. Well, maybe if you could actually get it, because it's so low drop, just like the anti-magic sword. But anyways, back to the sword. I think I might just have to buy it using the crystal coins. I mean, I'm already around halfway there. I need like 2,400 more crystal coins, and then I could buy anti-magic sword, because clearly, as we saw earlier, or the first method I show you of how to actually get him, you could literally just buy him for 5,000 crystal coins, which is actually pretty cheap as long as you AFK farm. And just like what I'm doing right now, I think we'll be there in about like an hour, maybe 45 minutes, who knows. Anyways, I guess I'm just gonna have to continue to clip until I somehow get him through the chances, or I finally farm enough to actually buy him from the merchant. So let's just keep going. Yo, there's no way. I was like in another tab like a few seconds ago, and then I literally just went to go check, and somehow the anti-magic sword is just right there. But to be honest, I'm actually so glad that I didn't have to buy it from the merchant, because my whole thing isn't really about like buying it from the merchant. It's more likely like just obtaining it. So it would kind of ruin how I'm known to do like obtaining character stuff. But anyways, I think I'm just gonna finish these few waves, and then I'll just go upgrade it and get it a spec passive. So see ya there. Okay guys, and finally, for the moment that you've all been waiting for, how much damage does Asta and his anti-magic sword actually do? So for his M1, he deals 1 billion damage. Now that's only weak because it's not a critical attack. And by the way, here are my stats. It would have been around at least 4 billion if it was a critical attack, but who cares? For his Z skill, he does 17.8 billion. Holy smokes, that's insane. X skill, how much is that? 23 billion. Now, the reason I'm kind of disappointed a little bit, I mean, the Z skill was 17 billion, but moving on to the C skill, we have, damn, 55 billion. Because most attacks were critical, which is exactly what we want. That was some really nice damage. For his V skill, let's see. Alright, you always gotta love the cutscene. 49 billion damage on the side. And then 14 billion. That's around somewhere around 60 billion something, which is pretty insane, to be honest with you. It could actually be more than 60 billion. I didn't actually do the math. I would have if I had time, but clearly showcasing the skills are just more important. And for the last skill, the F skill, okay, we trust the sword to the ground, and we're dealing not 100, 115, 150, wait, no way, 165 billion. There are barely any swords that have done that much damage, in my opinion. I don't even know if I've done that much okay, never mind. I have done that much damage, but even so, barely any swords or melees actually do that much damage. And so is it worth it to grind for? Actually, yes. I mean, you don't really need to do much of an effort. All you have to do is kill NPCs for the crystal key, auto farm it like the infinite tower, and then either get 5,000 crystal coins to buy him from the merchant, or you could just farm until you get him by chance, which pretty low, but at least you don't need to spend it. And anyways, that's gonna be the end of this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and peace out.